So
Right.
let me throw this up on the screen because I thought it was hilarious. I was like, what? So this one is PlayStation hit by a $5.9 billion lawsuit for ripping people off on digital games. I didn't actually read the story. I just laughed because I know a lot about what happened with digital games and PlayStation. Do you know about this by any chance?
It's
Because I know you're an
PlayStation.
X.
No, I don't.
I had a
Yeah.
feeling you were going to say that because you're an Xbox fan.
I do know that Xbox found out that PlayStation is paying game developers to not putting their games on or holding them for a while and not putting them on Game Pass.
Okay, and that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Not one little tiny bit.
They're like, hey,
Sony's
here's $1 million for
here's
you
some cash.
to not put your game
Just
on Game
delay.
Pass for a
Yeah,
couple
just
months. Yeah.
delay. Just
Yeah.
delay.
That's it.
It's smart. I mean, it's good business for the people making the games. I'm
But
sure it's totally illegal though.
okay.
Sure.
So you say it's smart until they go to Bethesda and not realizing that Bethesda's bought out by Xbox and says, "Hey,
Oh yeah.
just hold your games off for a little while." And they're like, "Wait, what?
Well,
We're
I
owned
have a
by X
feeling that that conversation started before they got bought. You know what I mean? I don't I
100%."
don't
Yeah.
think anybody's I don't think Sony is like, "Oh, okay, Bethesda's owned by Xbox. We should make that deal with them too." I think this
No.
was something they started before that.
Yeah.
And then when Bethesda got bought by Xbox, all the property of Bethesda got turned over. So it's like they're reading through emails like, "Wait, screw over Xbox. We own you now.
Right.
We're not going to
Yes.
screw ourselves over. What?
Yeah,
That's not
no.
happening." No.
We all got
But
raises. Yeah.
exactly. But that's my feeling as to what happened there. And what's funny about that situation is I didn't read the story, as I said. I just know what
Right.
happened. They shut like whole game platforms down. Like PlayStation 3 store just closed. And anything that you owned, you didn't get any money back. You
Right.
didn't get a chance to play it. They didn't allow you to
Yep.
download it. I mean, and this has been my bone of contention, and we've talked about this on the show plenty. This has been my bone of contention with digital anything with the exception of everybody's favorite non-fungible tokens, otherwise known as NFTs, the first thing that you could only actually own, but nobody's using them right, in my opinion, because of the blockchain and the
Right.
way it works. But like, okay, you buy an Apple song. I want to
Uh-huh.
buy it from you. I can't
You can't do
because you're
it. No.
technically renting it till you die. And then when
Right.
you die, the license reverts back to them. Same with everything from everybody. Like if you think I'm picking on Apple, I'm not. Amazon, Spotify, although I
Right.
don't think you can buy music from Spotify yet. I'm sure that they're trying to figure that out. But any music system that you can buy stuff for, with the exception of I think Bandcamp, you don't own it. It's not
Right.
yours. You have to give it
Yeah.
back if they decide. If they decide that you aren't the kind of person they want to sell something to, they can ask you to give it back to them, and you can't do anything.
You're like, so okay. My TLC collection's going back. Like, yeah.
Oh my favorite is downloadable content. DLC is my favorite. Do you know how much money they get out of like 8-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 32-year-olds, 50-year-olds? Like they're just
Yeah.
pulling money out of people's pockets by going, "I will give you a new skin."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
It
crazy.
happens to me all the time with my son.
Oh, I'm
Dad,
sure.
a new skin's coming out and it's not going to be back on the market forever. Yeah. You
And
already have like 50 of them.
exactly. Exactly. But you know what? It's just like tennis sneakers or sneakers when we were kids. Now, here's the difference though. Sneakerheads, kids that were into sneakers when I was a kid, are millionaires now
Right.
because they have Air Jordan 1s. And what's
Uh-huh.
funny about sneakers, for anybody out there that needs a tip on sneakers, you got to use them. So Air Jordan 1s, like the original Air Jordans from back in the day, they're pulling them out of the boxes. Like people have kept them in the boxes for 20, 30, 40 years, however long they've had them, because different ones came out at
Yeah.
different times. They pull them out and the actual sneaker material is crumbling off because they were never walked on and the rubber basically is designed to be walked on. So if you were to put those shoes on like once or twice a year from the time you bought them until now, the
Yeah.
rubber would still be intact. But since you put them in a box, they got dry rot and now the sneakers are worth nothing. You've literally taken your asset and turned it into a
Yeah.
liability. So
Thanks for watching this segment of the TP Show.